We all had been merged in Baba's love. Baba's love is power for the soul. Baba's love creates inner security. Baba is our eternal Father. So there is this feeling that I belong to Baba and Baba belongs to me. I feel Baba also as my companion. In life, I always thought of Baba as one strength and one support. While doing actions, with the thought it is Baba's task, and we earn income through Karma Yogi life. And as our hearts are pure, our mind is pure, intellect is pure, then I could feel Baba's love more and more. Baba has given us life of purity. So our love is pure love with Baba. As we take the drishti from Baba, and in few moments get merged in Baba as ocean of love.
इस समय जिस संबंध की आकर्षण हो अनुभूति करने जाए वो संबंध परम आत्मा द्वारा अनुभव कर सकते। हर एक के जीवन में को पाप नहीं अच्छा लगेगा, लेकिन फ्रेंड अच्छा ज्यादा लगेगा। लेकिन एक समय पर और एक से सर्व संबंध प्राप्त है कि कुछ रहा हुआ है। पीछे वाले क्या समझते हैं? है आज नयों को चांस दिया है या नहीं दिया है? अच्छा, जो इस क्लब में इस बारी आई है, पहले बारी वो हाथ उठाओ। अच्छा, भले पधारे। बाप दादा भी बदम गुना सने संपन्न वेलकम कर रहे। नए होते भी अपने को क्लब क्लब के अधिकारी है, ये तो समझते हो ना। बाप दादा सदा कहते हैं बड़े तो बड़े है, लेकिन छोटे समान भाव। इसलिए सदा अपने रूहानी बेहद के संपूर्ण अधिकार के निश्चय और नशे में रहो। बेहद का नशा धक्का नहीं रखना।
Om Shanti. According to the closeness of time, become an Avyakti angel. Make yourself complete in all aspects. Now, make service and the self complete, the same as the Father. Become a resident of the Avyakti region, the same as the Father. Bab Dada is even now invoking you. Now make yourself complete in all aspects in the little time that remains. If even one virtue or relationship is lacking, then you cannot reach the complete stage or become the perfect image. How can you be called a perfect image if you haven't experienced the Father's virtues or the virtues of your original form? Therefore, you have to become complete in everything. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 19. According to the closeness of time, become an Avyakti angel. Today's topic: make yourself complete in all aspects. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Now you can hear. Very good. Om Shanti. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Listening to Baba definitely reminds us of our aim, our goal, but also it makes us think, what is it, what Baba is saying, how much we have done, how we do it more in practical. It's like some kind of inner churning or thinking begins in the form of thoughts. For understanding, we use intellect. Like today, Baba was talking about which relationship attracts you most. So grandmothers might have different choice, right? They will say grandchildren, parents might say children. Which relationship attracts most? You thought, everyone thought, which relationship? Soul sitting here can tell, right? Which relationship? Bolo? I was thinking that most lovely relationship is of mother, because mother has so much pure love and lot of love for every child. Even if child has done some mistakes, but mother is always very, very merciful. It's really like true love. You must have heard a story, no, that once there was a child and two mothers were claiming that this is my child, other said my child. So one who had to make judgment said, okay, we cut in half and give half to one mother half. So real mother said it's better to give to other one, because she wouldn't be able to see the child had hurt anyway. And also I find God as mother, nature as mother. Mother has such a quality of giving. So Baba is my mother. You know, inheritance is given by father, but the culture and the teachings and the sanskars are given by mother. Father gets child ready, make worthy to claim inheritance. But the way mother prepares the life of a child with acceptance, with love, by giving through blessings, mercy, so many qualities, right? So that is why Baba is mother and father. Actually, it should be father and mother, right? But they always sing, Tuma Mata Pita. You are the mother. So I mean, I was not with my mother for many years, which I would have loved to serve her. But I had been away, right? For many, many years. So I was very young when I left her. But I always felt her love, sustenance. Same is when I think of Shiv Baba as mother, I think of Brahma Baba as mother, I think of Mama's love. All our daddies as mother, they have lot of love for each one of us. So I received lot of mother's love. So I don't miss because like today's Avyakti signal is saying that to become like Baba. So this gives a true introduction of the self. As Baba said, your eternal qualities. So Baba's qualities and my eternal qualities are same. So if I think Baba, those of us who experience, because it was sustenance through Sakar Brahma, then was sustenance through Avyakt Babdada. So there was that sustenance, right? So some of us experience that we can make ourselves complete. We can do service like them. But some don't have that experience, right? So then go to your eternal qualities because they are same, Baba is saying. Baba is saying to make yourself perfect or complete and also complete the service. How do we complete service? And these are the points we need to think about, that I need to be complete. Now Baba again and again says, become like your angelic father in subtle regions. Become angelic like your father in subtle regions. I find it is so important to remain connected with subtle region. And also, one should be able to feel the pull. One of the most important thing I remember today, whenever there is so much turmoil and storm and obstacles, or I remember that once Baba sent the message, let's say there is a big storm, but you will hold on to the trunk, right? In the storm, if you hold on to branch, a branch get cut off, you will fall also. To how to remain holding the tree, so that when tree shakes, you don't fall. And for that, power of silence. Wherever, whatever way you can help, but don't get upset or worried or distressed, as Baba said, but just go in deep silence, because that power of silence is from Avyakt Babdada. I've seen Brahma Baba so many situations. Baba, his victory, his company, everything in Baba's Brahma Baba awareness, and he will just smile and go in deep silence. We had to take instructions one time from Brahma Baba. Whenever we went in his room to know Baba what next to do, Baba will be just in deep silence, and we will know from deep silence what is next step, even if he didn't say it. So whenever I find at least that there is big storm, confusion, but I can only help up to certain extent. I go in deep silence. That will be my contribution. Because that is what Avyakti Seva is, no? Now, each one of us, we have to think, what is completion of my Seva? And when I look at myself, then I always say is to contribute power of silence. And also power of image, where there is no sign of worry or storm or no. Very calm, very peaceful. So Avyakt, Brahma Baba, and now he is Avyakt. He was in Sakar. But I always remember so many scenes. Avyakt Babdada, when he has to hoist the flag, right, for Shiv Jayanti. It's so, we are invited and I also go. These days also I go, but there's so much crowd, Everyone wants to reach that rope, and it's like you feel little being pushed here, there. So what did I do? I do it, and then when flag is hoisted, I come back and I sit on my seat. So how not to struggle, keep the image of that self-respect. I played my part. I just played my part. That's completing service, right? At every step in the life, I played my role, what I had to do. Wherever I am at service, that's what best I can do. I did my. I'm not because of I'm disturbed, upset, so I didn't do, left it. No. Complete. So I kept thinking, what is complete in service? Is whatever is my role, whatever is my part, I just play, and then I remain in my good stage. Because remaining in good stage is a lot of service. Whatever you couldn't do by talking and saying, you could do it in silence. So think about when Baba says, be complete in the self and service, both. Because Baba said, time is not much, so I have to be perfect in all the qualities. Not even any relationship or virtue should be left. Because if I do not have that contentment in relationship, you cannot have good relationship with others. When you have contentment of all relationships, others also will feel content with you. Otherwise, there will always be some conflict, some struggle somewhere or other. So to become the image of perfection, whether while doing service or in relationships, we always have to, we have to have that image also of contentment. Now, what is being the image of all virtues? Because whether it is calmness, sweetness, patience, tolerance, you won't go one by one, right? Image of all virtues. And the best way again is to go back to your eternal form and be in your Avyakti stage. That could give us the image of all the virtues. So if I have to be complete in all the virtues, it's not one by one, right? I have tolerance but not patience. I have patience but no sweetness. Because virtues are also like a rosary. They are connected with one another. So somebody can say, oh, she is the image of tolerance. But then if you have tolerance, that means you have patience. And so think and reflect on what is being the image of all virtues. And that is becoming complete within the self and complete in service. Complete within the self and complete in service. So reflect deeply, I think more to think about, but these are some of the thoughts I had. And yeah, time is short. I have to be image of all virtues and also complete. So what is the practice? How will I be that image? Complete of all the virtues. For me, many examples come of Brahma Baba or our Dadis, Dadi Prakashmani. If a very good child made any mistake, Dadi Prakashmani will give lot of love to that child, because that child, when will realize the mistake, will feel ashamed and would like to go far. To keep hold of that child, only way is love. So that child doesn't go back in Kali Yuga. Dadi Janki always used to tell us, make sure nobody goes back to Kali Yuga, because of our lack of attention or love or be a good example, whatever reason. As many souls we bring to Baba to go in heaven, more should come, but not some get disturbed because of whatever reason, my sanskars or way of speaking, and let everyone remain close to Baba. So that also we have to pay attention these days, especially. Not because this one did it, so I did it, but then what you are, if you are an instrument, you are a bestower, then what you should do? Forgive and be a good example, right? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. According to the closeness of time, become an Avyakti angel. Make yourself complete in all aspects. Now, make service and the self complete, the same as the Father. Become a resident of the Avyakti region, the same as the Father. Bab Dada is even now invoking you. Now, make yourself complete in all aspects in the little time that remains. If even one virtue or relationship is lacking, then you cannot reach the complete stage or become the perfect image. How can you be called a perfect image if you haven't experienced the Father's virtues or the virtues of your original form? Therefore, you have to become complete in everything. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Thursday and our schedule Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. So Thursday is our 5 to 6 p.m. Sakar Murli English, Hindi and Spanish translation will be available. Meditation will start at 6 p.m. followed by Hindi series, and tomorrow is Thursday. So we'll be having Bhog offering in between 7 to 7:30 p.m. and then English series Avyakti Journey. Now let's start Avyakti Journey. Welcome to Avyakti Journey. Avyakt Murlis from 1969, inspiring us to change from Brahmin to angel.
Om Shanti. 5th April 1970. The essence of all points is to become the form of a point. Complete surrender means to surrender even the consciousness of the self. What must you consider yourself? The special task of you Kumaris is to grant everyone a vision of Bap Dada, not just through words, but through your faces. You have to bring about in yourself the specialities that Sakar Father had. This is a special group. In the Sakar form, Baba used to say, this is the group of those who take the initiative like Arjuna, who are equal to Allah. So this group has to become equal to Allah. You have to become equal to Allah and show everyone. Just as there is a tilak sparkling on your forehead, in the same way, you have to make yourself sparkle in the world. You have to keep this aim. Because of your being cooperative in service, Bap Dada also has special love. Together with cooperation and love, you now have to fill yourselves with power. You now have to become embodiments of power. Out of all the powers, which special power does this group have to fill themselves with? Tolerance power. Those who lack tolerance power have less perfection. You especially have to adopt this power and become embodiments of power. Satisfied souls have the special virtues of fearlessness and contentment. Those who become content and also keep others content automatically have all the virtues in them. The more you become an embodiment of power, the less the weaknesses will remain in front of you. So you must return, having become an embodiment of power, not just a Brahma Kumari, but sometimes there is weakness in considering yourself to be a Kumari. An embodiment of power has the power to destroy. A Shakti is constantly victorious. There are always garlands of victory around the necks of the Shaktis. When you forget the awareness of your being an embodiment of power, victory becomes distant. This is why you must always consider yourself to be a Shakti. Children are greater magicians than the father. Children are greater magicians because they make the father into whatever they want. It is remembered that the father can make whatever he wants. But who are those who can make God into whatever they want? The children. You're bringing him into the corporeal while he's subtle would be called magic. The days of becoming subtle are close, and so you have received a lift from the subtle. You have to become equal in both, being an embodiment of knowledge and an embodiment of remembrance. You have to become an embodiment of knowledge when you wish, and you have to become an embodiment of remembrance when you wish. The more you remain an embodiment of remembrance, the more you will be able to remind others of the Father. You have to become the embodiment of remembrance and remind everyone of Baba. Are you waiting for time, or is time waiting for you? You must not wait for time. You must keep yourself ever ready in such a way that the time can come at any moment. You must finish waiting and make all preparations. When you have finished making all your preparations, there is no need to wait. That is called being ever ready. To be ever ready in everything, not just in service, but also in effort. Ever ready in also making your sanskars close to those of the Father. You have special love, and Baba is therefore talking of things that will make you special. What are the new flowers and leaves on your tree like? The first ones are old, but those that emerge later are very beautiful. So you have also come late, but are very much loved. The ones that come later are very soft. What is there in being soft here? The softer you are, the warmer you are. If you are just soft, someone may be able to snatch you away. Together with being delicate, that is, komal, you must also show wonders, that is, kamal. When there is the combination of being delicate and showing wonders, you will be able to show wonders. This entire group is one that can show wonders. Keep such an aim that you can show any wonder. There are the older ones, but the younger ones are equal to Allah. whatever actions you perform, so you will be named accordingly. If you perform elevated actions, you will be given the name of elevated jewels. Elevated jewels have to perform all actions in an elevated way. Through your thoughts, words, and deeds, it is essential to be easy-natured and tolerant. If you are easy-natured but not tolerant, you cannot be said to be elevated. This is why you need to be easy-natured and tolerant at the same time. If you become easy-natured without being tolerant, then that would be counted as being too innocent. If you have tolerance as well as being easy-natured, you would be called an embodiment of power. Shaktis need to have both the virtues of being easy-natured and tolerant. In the result of the present time, it is seen that sometimes you are more easy-natured and sometimes you are more tolerant. Now, you have to become equal in both of these. There has to be sweetness and also the form of power. You see many pictures of the goddesses, and what have you seen in them? To the extent that they are the form of intense fire, so they are also cool. Their task is of the volcanic form, whereas their faces are of coolness. This is the final form. Acha, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will do homework meditation and then we'll take Drishti from Didi and remember Baba.
According to the closeness of time, become an Avyakti angel. Make yourself complete in all aspects. Now, make service and the self complete, the same as the Father. Become a resident of the Avyakti region, the same as the Father. Bap Dada is even now invoking you. Now, make yourself complete in all aspects in the little time that remains. Even if one virtue or relationship is lacking, then you cannot reach the complete stage or become the perfect image. How can you be called a perfect image if you haven't experienced the Father's virtues or the virtues of your original form? Therefore, you have to become complete in everything.
समय की समीपता प्रमाण अव्यक्त फरिश्ता बनो। सर्व बातों में स्वयं को संपन्न बनाओ। अभी बाप समान स्वयं को और सेवा को संपन्न करो। बाप समान अव्यक्त वतनवासी फरिश्ता बन जाओ। बाप दादा अभी भी आह्वान करते हैं। अब रहे हुए थोड़े समय में सर्व बातों में स्वयं को संपन्न बनाओ। अगर एक भी संबंध व गुण की कमी है तो संपूर्ण स्टेज व संपूर्ण मूर्त नहीं कहला सकते। बाप का गुण व अपना आदि स्वरूप का गुण अनुभव ना हो तो संपन्न मूर्ति कैसे कहेंगे। इसलिए सब में संपूर्ण बनना है। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti.